everybody, it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts, and today I want to show you guys the new goodie pack that I have listed in my Etsy store. It is a springtime pack and it is all pastels and lovely colors. I have been doing Kool-Aid dyeing. I thought I'd take a little break from the avocado dyeing and try something new, so I did some Kool-Aid dyeing. And any of you that are on More Fabrics Facebook group have already probably seen the preview of this already, but there's some other additional goodies that are going into this pack. So this is what you're going to get. Of course, you're going to get a really pretty mailer. I always love shipping stuff in cute little mailers. It's fun to get that in the mail instead of always getting plain white junk mail, right? So, in this pack, you're going to get 12 index cards. There are 2 of each of the 6 pastel colors, which are the pink, the orange, there's your pink, there's orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay, and so there's 12 index cards, 2 of each color, and then you're going to get in the pack 6 envelopes, and I think these are the 6.5 by 3.5. Yep, 6.5 by 3.5 envelopes, and there's 1 of every color. So there are I put them in backwards. Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and pink. And there are decorative patterns on them. I tried to randomly put different ones in each pack. Same thing with the paper and the index cards and everything, really. I just went a little crazy, but I had fun doing it. It was a little lengthier than doing my avocado dye because I had to pre-mix everything and try and get my colors right, so, and dilute and re-dye and dilute, anyway. So anyway, you're going to get 2 of each of the color coffee filters. So there's the pink, there's the orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay. And then for doilies, you will get 3 that are this. You'll get at least 1 small, medium, and then large, and then there'll be a mixed one in here of an additional, and they will be mixed colors. So some may have like the, you know, orange, yellow, green, and purple. It just depends. I just went through the stacks and did them that way. I thought it was easier that way. Then 18 sheets of the multi-purpose 8.5 by 11 paper. And as you can see, there is decorative patterns on them. So you get 3 pink, 3 orange, 3 yellow, 3 green, 3 blue, and 3 purple. And then 2 sheets of music paper, and they'll be 2 random colors. They won't be identical, they'll be 2 separate colors. So of that. Okay, so that is the paper portion of the pack. Okay, let me get this moved aside and I will show you what else is going in this pack. So hold on just a second. Okay. So what I did was separated everything into containers. It just makes it easier for when I go to package them. So these will be packaged in the same mailer. I'm just going to separate them because this is the first time Kool-Aid dyeing, so I'm not sure how the paper I don't think it rubs off. It didn't rub off on my hands or anything, but I don't want to take a chance, so I will put all of the linens and everything into a separate little mailer that will also go into the big mailer. So in here, I bundled up some tulle. Okay, so you'll get 6 pieces of tulle, one of each color, the pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And they are 6 inches wide by 1.5 yards each. And remember the button cards? I told you I found my box of buttons. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys. Well, anyways, what I did was pulled all the full button cards. So you'll get a total of 12 buttons, and they'll be just random. You might have one with a single button, or you might have a 2 button and then a 4 and then a 6, or a 7 and a, you know, a 3 and a 2 or something like that in there. So I just randomly put so that there's a total of 12, and they are full button cards. Okay, so they will be all, none of them missing from the card itself. And then I put, each one has a different embroidered, or it's all that hand-stitched embroidered linen pieces. Some are like the ends of a pillowcase. Some are some bigger pieces like this that were a table runner, and I just cut it in half. Alright, so, and it's just random pieces, but they're all spring related. So got beautiful pastels in here. And I'm going to show you another one just so you kind of get an idea of what's in each of the different packs. 10 inches of this pretty blue ruffled trim. Okay. And then a larger, it will be a crocheted piece, a crocheted doily or a crocheted piece of some sort, at least 12 inches in length. Okay, minimum in there. And then you're going to get a small doily, and a 3-inch doily, and at least a 6-inch doily. So in there. And then every pack has one of these beautiful linen napkins. Alright, so, and I hope the camera can pick up some of, I hope maybe in that corner, shaded a little bit, but it is decorative all the way around, and it is, these are just gorgeous. I got these and have been soaking them and soaking them and soaking them to get, they were stained up really bad, but as you can see, the stains came out really well. And there is a few of them that have like very tiny, minute, small, like little stain maybe in the corner, or you know, maybe one over here, but they're very, very faint. There's no dark staining at all whatsoever. I made sure that none of those pieces got put in this pack. So, and then I had a really lovely tablecloth that is, I think this one is, it's 3 inches by 32 inches. So what I did was I just cut it. It was 32 by, I think, like 34 length or whatever. So I went ahead and cut it in 3-inch pieces. Great for, you know, scrappies or a closure or even a tag or something like that. And then 2 pieces of this, and all of this is vintage. Okay. This one was a canopy top, if I'm not mistaken. Was this one a canopy top? No, this one was the bed skirt. Okay, so this was a bed skirt, and there are no holes that I could find, and I cut off any of the staining portions so that you got a nice big piece of white eyelet lace trim here at the bottom. And this one is 14 inches by, it's 14 inches across and 15 inches high. So, and I just thought this is great because you could, it's because the bottom eyelet piece is sewn on, you could take it off and use it, or just use it whole. If you wanted to cut it apart, then you could actually cut this top part off and have a nice little already pre-made ruffle for you. So So that's in there. And then another piece that's all white. And this was the top of a canopy bed ruffle, so on there. And some more eyelet. Okay, and same thing with this, because you've got this nice big segment here. You could literally cut it into 2 segments or use one big segment. You've got all this piece here for, you could use it to back pretty much anything. And then the top piece also has a nice little ruffle on the top, so you could do the same. So that's one of the packs. They're all different as far as what's the same is the eyelet laces, this trim, the napkins, okay, and this piece of blue trim. Spit it out, Denise. And the tulle, okay, and then everything else in it is just a little bit different in them. And I didn't take, and the buttons, of course, are all different. I did not take pictures of each individual packet. I just did like just to kind of show you, gauge what it is. If you have questions or looking for something specific, I can just message me on Etsy, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, and this is like a different one. Same trim. And this one has 12 buttons also, but it has like a single button, a 4 button, and then a 7 button runner. Okay. And like I said, they're all full button cards. None of them missing. This one has a little bit smaller embroidered piece, but it is, it's shorter, but it's just beautiful. And like I said, it has just a little bit of staining down there, but it's so faint, and I think it gives personality a little bit. I don't like mine too stained up, but I do like to have a little bit because it gives it that aged look, or you could at least tell it's aged. So, and they are all laundered. They were pre-soaked, laundered, pre-washed, washed, and then air tumble dried and ironed, all ironed out. And then here's like that crochet piece here. It was like one of those couch arm pieces. A doily. Okay. And then that tablecloth. That long tablecloth strip. And then 2 eyelet pieces. So, some variances in between them, but for the most part, everything in them are the same as far as what you get. So, in there. And they are loaded in my Etsy. So that is what I have been working on all week long, trying to do those. Remember, you get that full, so you get this whole paper pack, right? All this paper pack, so 18 pieces of paper, 2 music sheets, 12 pieces of coffee filter, 4 doilies, envelopes, and index cards, and all that. I think that would make just a lovely springtime. You know, you think about springtime, you think Easter and pastels, lace, and, you know, little girls running around in their pretty frilly Easter dresses and you know, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what I had in mind when I put these together. So like I said, they are listed in my Etsy, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me. I'll be more than happy to answer what I can. Also, I wanted to show you guys, and I'm going to start listing these little by little in my shop, but I did want to show you I found my button container, and I went through and just pulled all the button cards that are whole button cards. So as you can see here, I got like 3 baskets. Not full. This one isn't full. This one isn't full, but this one's pretty full. And I separated them by 1, 2, 3, 4s and 5s, and 6 and ups. So I will start listing some of these in little packets because, you know, I just want to make sure that it's a fair amount of buttons in there, especially when you're talking about you don't want to have to pay more for your shipping than you do actually for the item itself. So I understand that. So I'm going to have to go through and figure out what I've got, because I do have some really, really older ones in here. But every single one of these is a full button card, you know, or like the packs. God, do you guys even remember the store TGMY? Are they even in business anymore? I don't even think they are. I mean, you know, I've got some that are the put your own fabric on buttons, and I've got British buttons in here. I've just collected them because, like I said, I love buttons, but I'm willing to part with. These are not all of them. I have half of the container has got missing buttons, and then I have other ones that are, you know, my favorite buttons that I'm gonna keep. But I mean, I've got, like, you know, it's a full button card on there. I think I have one that has like a 10-pack, and you know, just different brands in here. So what I'll do is little by little, I'll start when I get some time in between projects. I'm not going to load them all at once, because I just, that is just way too much to have to do. So, but I will start loading little by little, because I know you guys like button cards, and some people want the full-on button cards, you know, with all the buttons still on there. So I will get those listed little by little. So, but if there is anything you guys are looking for in particular, like a color scheme or something, buttons, let me know. I'll see what I can put together for you. So just, once again, just message me on Etsy. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys again here in the next day or two to start doing some projects. So we'll talk at you guys later. Hugs, blessings, and love. Mwah. Bye-bye.